Hello everybody, welcome back to Karidoesstuff, and welcome back to my model bench. Yeah! I want to thank you all for coming out and supporting me and watching me. I do hope you enjoy the model making content that I do, mostly on weekends. So yeah, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I want to apologize for last week. Again, I don't know if any of you have seen my previous streams this week. But I was in a little bit of pain last week, so I decided not to push my luck. And I just decided to chill out and not do a stream. So I do apologize for that. But we're cracking back on today. All right, so let's head on over to Just Chatting, shall we? Hey, how you doing? How you doing, everybody? Good to see you, good to see you. Let me just turn this down a little bit so I don't have constant music blasting my ear holes. It's alright, I can still hear you. I should be able to still hear you. Yeah, so welcome back. I know we took a day off last week. That was just for my own health. It's all good. It's all good. We're back this week. I'm a little bit late today. I do apologise for that. I was waiting for a delivery and I wasn't sure if it was going to come. So I picked up a few bits and pieces, mostly electronic stuff, because I'm going to be trying to do some lighting for some bits and pieces. Not on this model. It's too late for that now. But I had an idea the other day. So my next model car. I might try and actually put some headlights and some rear lights in it, so we'll see how that goes. But I did pick up this today. This got delivered today. It is a full Dremel set from Work Pro. Not sponsored. I just picked it up. So it's got a whole bunch of drill bits, grinding bits, polishing bits, sanding bits, all sorts of bits and pieces you'll ever need for a multi-tool, little grinder multi-tool. And it was like 19 quid, so 19-20 quid. I can't complain about that. So I saw that, I picked that up, I thought, I'll have that. Have your arm off for that. So we're going to see, and it's all put in a really nice case, so, you know, that came today. A few other bits and pieces, and some Hawkstone cider. I've been waiting for that since Tuesday. But that's all finally here. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to have a bit of a chilled stream today. Oh, I do have something to show you. I made a boo-boo. So I painted up the entire orange on that boat cabin. Just go grab it here for you. Well, I made a bit of a boob. I was checking out the drawings to find out, you know, some bits and pieces. Here we go. Where is my colour? Here we go. So I was... Hey, Brian! How you do? How you do? Aren't you up a little bit early or a bit late? Oh, I forget what it is over there. We're good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Oh, I'd like to say that thank you for that subscriber thing. That worked out quite well. A friend subscribed the other day, and it really worked out.
Brian, I'm tired as heck. Been doing calculus, and then I did some scouting on Twitch.
Calculus.
The sub overlay works.
Yes, it does. Oh, I even changed. Yeah, I even changed the icons on my main computer. I haven't done it on this one yet, so they're still the default icons, I believe. Yeah, I should have it on this one. So they're working, and they even worked. It worked really well. So I'm really pleased with that. Thank you very much, my friend. So if you're not, if you haven't already, go over and check out Brian's
I can
stream.
test the alert to see the icon.
Not on this one you can't, because I haven't changed the icon on this machine. It's the same icon. It's the one you gave me. I forgot to. Yes, it's the same icon. I haven't upgraded. I haven't updated it on this machine yet. Just on the other one. I forgot to do that.
Ah, yep, it's the default.
Yeah, I know, it's that's what I've just been saying. Yeah, the other machine, the other computer, the one I do all my gaming on, that one's been updated. That one's been changed. I just forgot to bring over the icons and put them on here, so I'll have to do that. Let me write that down on my board of many things to do, which has only got like one thing to do. Oh, and I can rub that.
Looking forward to seeing it soon.
Yeah, if you see me playing games, check it out, because that'll be on that other computer. This one's only ever used for model benching. Let me do update. Update. What are they? Sub overlay icons. There we go. Right, so it's on a list of things I've got to do now, and that list of things is one.
I haven't had the time to open Twitch this week. Been studying for exams.
Ooh, well, good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck. I feel ya. I remember what exams used to be like. I feel ya. You've got this though. You've got it.
Speaking of exams, next week is exam week. WEW.
You've got this. I have faith in you, my friend. You are smart, and you've got it. All right. So, thanks very much for coming out, Brian.
3.
And if you haven't checked out his stream, please do. His details are in the down below, in the about section. So, yeah, that's there. He's really good. He's really fun, and he's got a lot of fun overlays when he plays Forza. Good man is Brian and his buddies. All right, so yes. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I painted the cab orange, and I started to spray it with gloss coat, and then I was checking out this, and I found out that I'd fucked up. And it was an easy fuck up. Along the bottom of the cab, there is a blue stripe, so that the hull of the boat just looks so it's like a complete blue line all the way down there. And that blue stripe is actually on the orange cab. It's actually on the cab section, and I completely missed it. It was all orange. So during the week, I was doing other bits and pieces. I needed the airbrush, so I thought I'd do those, and then I came along and I sprayed the blue stripe, and also finished giving it a gloss coat. So I can't work on this today because I've done the gloss coat yesterday. I've got to give it at least 24 hours to be hard enough to be able to polish and sand. So that's fine. The hull is done, so I may be able to start that. This we're going to have to wait. But now I've done that blue stripe on there, that will fit onto the hull, and there'll be a continuous blue line all the way along. So that is done. I had a ball ache with my airbrush yesterday while I was trying to do the gloss coats, because I was trying to gloss something else up, and as I said before, the gloss coat either works or it doesn't work, and yesterday it just didn't work. I thought I'll get a couple of hours just to do a couple of paints, coats, gloss coats, done, get on, do what I need to do, and as it happens, I had to spend 2 hours cleaning out the airbrush because the
Zara Kitnip, can you give me a tutorial on airbrushing?
A tutorial on airbrushing?
I want to invest in an airbrush for priming / base coating.
Okay, this is for Warhammer model kits, isn't it? Honestly, priming, I wouldn't necessarily say you need an airbrush for priming, because you could use just normal primer. I've got Tamiya primer, and I just use that. I don't use an airbrush for priming. Base coating, does the whole model does the base coat cover the whole model? Because if it does, you're probably better off getting the base coat as a spray. If you can find the base coat color you need as a spray, I would probably just use that. if it covers the whole model. If you can't, however,
KK3.
because you've got the guarantee, the constant spray, and you don't have to clean it out or anything. Spray cans are pretty good. You can't adjust the flow on a spray can, but that's fine if you're just doing base coat and primer, because you don't need to adjust the spray. It's just all one color. Airbrushes come into their own when you have got various different colors that don't come in spray cans, and you need to adjust the flow. Have a nice gentle flow or a nice hard flow. But yeah, if you want to airbrush tutorial, there's plenty of them on YouTube of people that know more about them than I do, for sure. Like I say, most of the time mine ends up fucking up.
D.
But I do recommend you get one if you want to do different colorings, because they're great for area colors. I haven't done any miniatures for a while, apart from my Arthur Morgan, and you know, he's 12 inches tall, if not more, so technically a miniature. And that was really good for spraying in certain colors in certain areas or whatever. So yeah, definitely an airbrush is definitely worth doing for that, but you have to get a decent compressor. Mine's on its way out, it keeps losing pressure, so I might have to get a new one. And you have to get a decent airbrush, but if you know how to look after it and you've got all the fluids to clean it all out, and you make sure you clean it all out, then it should last you a while. You get various nozzles for size of flow, depending on what you need. I also say, yeah, the main thing is clean it. You spend more time cleaning your airbrush than you do actually using it, and this is what happened to me yesterday. I spent 2 hours cleaning it, running fluids through it to make sure the flow was right, and then I had to make sure that the gloss coat I was putting on was, I just put so much thinners in it because it just wasn't flowing, and I think most of that is due to my pressure loss in my compressor. So there's many things that can go wrong down the line of an airbrush. You know, you can lose pressure, which will stop the flow. Your paint could not be thinned or too thick. It has to be Goldilocks just right. And nozzles could be blocked. It hasn't been cleaned. So many things can go wrong with it, and there's been no end of times that I have just cursed the airbrush. But that's something I don't know. Like I say, I'm not an expert with airbrushing. Most of my time, I just do plain colors. Mask up an area, doing a plain color, and that's it, or gloss coat or whatever. I tried a little bit of other colors with my Arthur Morgan, you know, but I haven't really done any Warhammer miniatures, which, as you know, is going to change soon, thanks to you. So that'll be coming up soon. Yeah, I could do something like that, I suppose. I don't know. I could show you mine at some point. But do you want me to do it now? Mine's in a bit of... Mine is kind of... Mine's not working. Mine's still taken apart. All the nozzles and everything are soaking at the moment. All the parts are soaking at the moment, but in some pretty extreme fluids, just to kill off any of that gloss coat, because that's nasty. But you would only be using, let me guess, acrylics, so not too bad. You can get some decent airbrush cleaner pretty cheap.
Won't those fluids ruin the rubber rings in the airbrush?
Cream
as wheats, you have pretty extreme fluids.
Pretty extreme fluids. Yes and no. Rubber rings are on the nozzle. That's the only place where the rubber ring is. It does deteriorate it. But I find if you make sure that the nozzle is tight enough, you may be able to get away with it. I tried another nozzle on the other day because I thought that was the problem, that the rubber ring had gone on the nozzle I was using. But no, it's still done the same thing.
Vibrant Pew, best Viwares on asterisk at N7 VZ1 VCS.
Oh wow, you didn't get banned. Right, okay, well we'll have to ban you, Ingus. See you later. Fuck out of my chat. Good. Hey, Creamy.
Brian, yeet the bow.
Yep, I yeeted the bot.
Zara kidnap, yay.
That's unusual. Usually they pick that up. Oh, they started to be smart now. They started to put like accents like from foreign languages over the letters so that it doesn't get picked up. Fucking assholes. Oh, never mind. Hey! Thank you very much. I'm just gonna call you Maeve because I know who you are. Thank you very much, Maeve. I do appreciate that. Yeah, we've gone on a bit longer than I'd hoped, really. But yeah, they do. Those chemicals will ruin those rubber rings, but you can buy those rubber rings. They're fiddly as all hell to get on there, but yeah, you can still use it without them. There's only one rubber ring on my airbrush. The rest is all metal. So what I've got is, I don't know if you can see it in here. They've been soaking in there for a while. Yeah, it's dissolved. There's no rubber ring on there, but it's dissolved the paint. It's kind of like got them all in there soaking. I've got the nozzles and the trigger switch. That's been in there. So later today, I'm going to pull that lot out. Put that all back together and give it a
Brian,
test.
8 time for the sleeps. It's almost 2 a.m.
All right, Brian. Well, thanks for coming out. I do appreciate that. Awesome sauce. You take it easy, my friend, and we'll play some more Forza at some point. I've kind of given up a little bit on Forza. It was just too much. It was like every week I had to do something. Oh my god, I can't do it. I don't. But we will get to play Forza again soon.
I'm gonna do a revenge sleep and disable every alarm and alert on every device until my body wakes me up.
Good idea. Very good idea. I got here. Oh, this is Creamy sending me fish and tentacles. There's an octopus hiding in there. Thank you very much, Creamy, with your shark attack, raccoon army, and release
Cream
the
is
kraken.
weeds. 3.
All right. We're gonna have to actually get on with something today because I can't just sit here for 2 hours talking about airbrush. But Maeve, I will speak with you about it. I won't necessarily do a full stream on it because I don't think it's worth doing it. But what I can do is I could get together with you just in Discord or whatever, and we can just have a chat, and I can tell you how I do it and what you kind of need, and you can work out whether it's going to be beneficial for you. How's that sound? Because like I say, I'm no expert. I fuck up my airbrush most of the time. That's the third airbrush I've gone through. Not this week, but since I've started making models here. So yeah, I'm not an expert, but I could give you some tips and tricks and whatnot. So I could go through Discord with you, have a little chat there if you want. But today what we're going to do is a nice chilled, relaxed stream. There's probably not going to be any painting. But it's going to be a lot of you could just hang out and chill and ask me questions or whatever. But this week, today what we're going to do is we've got all these little bits that we haven't been fixing onto the boat just yet, that we haven't painted. They're all still on their, still on these things, these spindles. Oh my god, just dropped everything. So we're going to just weed off as many of those and try and put those into flower arrangers foam, ready for priming and spraying, because they're all one color. They don't really need painting too much. There's lots of little bits and pieces on there. There's like here you can see life rings. There's some pockets and fences and all these other bits and pieces. They all need to be weeded out and ready for priming. So it's going to be a bit of a mundane job, but it's, you know, it's part of the job. It's part of what you need to do. So they're all going to be primed up. Yeah, there's going to be no painting because they're going to be primed first. So even if I get to priming today, so it's just going to be a couple of hours of me trimming stuff, sticking stuff on sticks, labeling it up, that kind of thing. So please ask me questions while I'm doing it, and I'll try to answer them. you know, that's just basically what we're going to be doing today, because it's just one of those things that kind of needs to be done. Right. Oh dear, I've got to pick up all this stuff I dropped on the floor first. Otherwise, that'll be the end of that. But we are getting so close now. Tomorrow I think I'm probably going to try and do some polishing, because I do want to show you how I do that. Let's just put all this over here for now. And this over here. Yeah, so I want to get to... Oh, what have I done? Okay. I want to try and get to polishing tomorrow. At least starting it, because it's a long process, polishing. A laborious process as well. But it makes the model look absolutely fantastic when it's done. Alright. Okay. Right, first things first, we're going to try and find this arrangement on here. And wheedle them off. Actually, you know what might be better? Is just taking one of these and just weeding them out. Just the whole lot. In one go, just going bum 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 through that lot. Let's see if there's any alternatives, because if there's alternatives, I won't necessarily need to do them. Oh, I see. I could have put the boat in the water line. Oh, that's cool. I could have put it in like resin water if I wanted to. Let's just see if there are any alternatives that I don't need. Not seeing any question marks or slashes. Alternatives. So it may be a case of just going through. There is still a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be a case of me just going through, and yeah, okay, fine. We'll do it easily. Just grab one of these, and we'll just work our way through it. Like I say, feel free to ask questions about anything. Right, so we need what's this? 25. Let's grab 25. All right. Hold on to the piece you want to keep. Alright, that's part 25. This one's got a lot of like flashing on it, so we're gonna have to cut that off. Okay. Good. Right, so that's part 25. I might also put the colour, if it says a colour on it. Oh no, I can't, can I? So what we do is we put them in order. Once I've done this, I will take these pieces and I'll put them in order in the foams, so I can write on the foams what pieces I've got. That way it will do it with colours. Sure. Right. Sure it's in there properly, because I've lost pieces like this before. I put them in there, put the label on, stick them in the foam. Easy. I have to find them. Don't like that bit of foam. Let's chuck that bit of... Oh, let's chuck it that way. That's good. Alright, so 22A and... This has got more flashing on it. There we go. this is 22A. Yep, it's gonna be a lazy day today. Time. Anyway, how you doing out there, creamy face? Okay. Bring this down a little bit so you can all see what I'm actually doing. Otherwise, it's just pointless, isn't it? All right, that goes in there. This is 21A. Yeah, there was no stream yesterday either. Usually I like to do a farming simulator on a Friday. Because I spent so long trying to clean my airbrush out that by the time I took my nap, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to stay here. I need to chill. I was annoyed, to say the least. Something you think's only going to take, I can spin off. Something that's going to take, you think, oh, that's just going to take about an hour just to spray this up. Ends up taking 5 hours or whatever it was. Okay, so with these, I can probably just pop them out as they are. So this is 112. Come on. Just using an emery board to cut the edges. Yeah, so I've been thinking about because I was watching a model making video the other day on a car, and they put like headlights and rear lights in it. It looked really good. It was a little bit bigger than the models that I usually make. Get LEDs at like 3mm, 3mm LEDs. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So, bought a bunch of electronic stuff, and also, wait, what? No, 65. And also with my Darth Talon, I want to put in lit lightsabers, hands. So I bought all those electronics to do that. And they're going to be, I was thinking about having them battery operated, but I thought, nah, that's going to be a pain, because I'm either going to have to go around and turn them all on individually. You know, all the batteries are going to run out, or, you know, whatever. So what I thought I'd do is I'd connect them up DC power and connect them up via USBs. So I can have multiple USBs connected into like one power socket. And then when I flip I have a multi-switch and flip that, and they all come on at once. So I can just add to it. I thought I'd do that. I thought that would be quite cool. Right, let's do number 12. Yeah, so I'm going to try and DC power my models. Put them on a shelf with some LED lighting. That'd be quite cool. All future plans, obviously. I mean, I haven't got any lit models at the moment. I have to make them. So yeah. Do we have any? This is going to be a brass. These are the propellers. So, don't want to lose them. We've got to be careful. We don't want to lose any of these things. Ah, okay, so that's... Wonder if I can just jam a cocktail stick in the bottom of it. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry. Yep, that works. That was 11. So yeah, it's a bit of a light stream today. Not too much going on, but then it is model making. It's not, you know. It's not hugely exciting. Alright, so these, I think I can do in all one go. So let's just snip these out. That. Ah. Oh, no, wait, I've just snipped the bottom out of it like that. There we go. That one. Go. Right. Yeah, and I know what you're thinking. If you spray and it's up, those top bits where those meet, and there's not going to get any paint by the time you pull them off, and that's true. I can just dab it and touch those up when it's on the model. It's not a problem. Bit of paint on there will sort that right out. That's why I usually try to clamp the little pieces from an area that won't be seen, or an area that's going to actually fix to the existing model. So these are 112s. I thought I had 112s. Wait, what? Lot. Wait a minute, something's gone wrong. I've got the wrong number here. What are those? Life rings. Where are you, boys? Right, so where's the life rings? Oh my god. I need to do any of that. That's all done. That's all done. That's all done. They all go on there. The life rings should... seeing the life rings. The lifeboat, the anchor. Okay. Oh, there they are. 112s. They're 112s. What the fuck are they then? Clearly say 112 on them. Oh no, they are 27s. I got them upside down. Alright, we'll try that again. Oh, yeah. So if you just joined the chat, there's not a lot going to be going on today. So please sort of, say hello, join the conversation, not much of one going on at the moment, but, happy to answer questions and all that kind of good stuff. What we're doing today is we're just wheedling out the extra details from the spindles. Oh, these are 147 and 147A. Alright. 47 and 147A. Yeah, so that's all we're doing. We're just wheedling out these little details from the spindles, ready to receive primer, and then obviously a coat of paint. It's a bit of a tedious job, I know. But no one claimed model making was glamorous. Alright, got some more of these little bastards. These cleats. Let's see if we can grab a few. Alright, let's take that off there. Take that off. There we go. Bingo, bango. Just mark them up as they are. They're fine. Right, so 27s. More 27s. More cleats. I'm getting quite a tree here. Oh my god, look how tiny these are, these 51s. They're little taps. Oh my god. Right, we'll just take those out then. These are 51, so I should be able to just take them all out as they are. Maybe. Do that. Yeah. Do is down a bit. Ow. Shot back at me. Alright, so they're 51s. That's fine. Right, we'll do this for about, I don't know, how long have we been going? 5 minutes. Wondering if I should just do as much of this as I can in, say, an hour. And then make sure I've got the bits that I need to do for the next part. Just yeah, let's do it this way. Right, so I need 10s, 9s. I've got the 11s and 12s. 10s, 9s. Sorry, 10s and 9s. They're not on there, are they? Otherwise, I could be here all day doing all this, and it's just going to be hour after hour. I mean, there is so many little tiny bit. Here's the 10s. How do they work then? That's not a 10. A 10. 10A. Oh, 10A. I could glue those together. Alright, let's put those together then. This is probably a better way of doing it. Right then, let's get some glue out. Well, likely ban evader. Yes, let's give the algorithm something more to work with there and ban that guy. Get to fuck. Right. No, not that masking tape. Yeah, they started to put accents on, like, I mean, I know you guys can't see it, but they put an accent on the A. It's like a weird letter and an upside down accent on the E, so that the algorithms don't pick it out. But if you keep banning these people, it'll come up as likely ban evader, it's restricted. If you ban them, it tells your chatbot algorithm. Alright, we don't need that no more then. I think that's how it works. Entirely sure. But pretty soon it'll just be a bunch of symbols. Been banned so many times. Right, so let's work on 10. Let's grab that out of here. Right, so let's grab that out of here like this. It's 10. And we need 10A. It's 10. I mean, it's difficult to see. Get the scalpel in there. A. Good. That. Oh, that. Sitting there. Right, okay, so glue. Where's my glue? Let's try not to glue my fingers together this week. Glue. Make sure that's nice and straight. So that's 10. Mark that up as 10. Slicey, slicey. And these little things, these little crocodile clips on sticks. Oh man, you can get them dirt cheap off of Amazon, like a bunch. That's what I done. I got a whole bunch of them. You can get wooden sticks or these substantial metal sticks. What I'm going to do is actually probably start a new. So that I can know what stage I'm on. So let's put this out of the way. Oh, I've got 11 and 12, which I want to grab and put in here. Grab that one and that one. Oh, camera's in the way. It's a bit low. Yeah, I decided to do these things in order. Then if I get like kind of fed up of wheedling these things out, I might go ahead and just spray them up. So we need now 13 and 13A. Trying to find those is going to be a challenge. Oop. That's always the problem with these pieces. Trying to find a bit. Ah, well, there they are. How do I want to do this? Do that as just a big lump. If I could get these out without destroying 31. Go. That was risky. Risky maneuver. Alright, so that's 13A. Probably exactly the same shape. See why they wouldn't be. Oh, we haven't done 9, have we? Do 9. Slow down. Needs less speed. Right, so we need to go back and find 9. Oh no, getting tangled up. Got 2 prop shafts, so we need to do both of them. Is my belly rumbling? I had breakfast this morning. Let's get it straight. Yep, now that's part 9, so I need to mark that up. The short ones, yeah, a few of them. Right, that goes into there. Right, so that should be all of these parts done and ready. Over the page. Right, so now we've got the back end of the boat to do. Time for a bit of a toke. So we want to do 14, 15, and 16. Let's see if we can find those. It shouldn't be too hard. They're nice flat plates, so I should be able to find them fairly easily. 14, 15, and 16. 14, 14, 16. Why do model kits do this? I mean, there's 14 and 16, but where's 15? Sons of bitches. Now I've got to go hunting around for number 15. I haven't accidentally, like... Oh, man. Right, it's not on there. It's not on there neither. Like staring right at it, am I? There it is, I see it. Right, okay. Right, so let's do... I know it's on there, so I'm going to put that to one side. Let's do 14 and 16 first. How do they... Okay, so what I want to do is... snip that. I'm going to leave 116 on here. Snip that. That. Snip that. Here and snip these off. Oh, yes. That, and that should... Oh no. Don't take 116 with you, please. There you go. Right, 14 and 16. Let's file these off. In. Right, now 15. I know where that is. That's over here. So I'd say we're only probably going to do... I mean, usually I do about over 3 hours on a stream. I think we're probably just going to do a couple of hours. So maybe 2 hours or so. Just to get the next stages done. I know I started late. But... Alright, let's get rid of all that lot. Right, so this was 15. So what I want to do is get these next stages primed up. And then maybe start on some polishing the actual hull. Easy job. Right, so that's 15. We need, what else do we need? That's 14, 15, 16. We need 17, 18. 2 17s and an 18 and 2 18s. Okay, we got the 147s, I think. Did I pick those up? Yeah, 147s. Yeah, we picked those up. So that's good. We need 17 and 18s. We've done them, have I? No. So 17 and 18. Let's see, what do they look like? They're like bars. They're just kind of like connecting bars. All right, let's see what we got. Let's put all this back in here. 17 and 18. Come to me, my friends. No. Not on there. Alright, okay. 17 and 8. Did I did. Right. Here we are. 17 and 18. Ooh, that's a whole... I'm wondering if I could just nab out that whole lot and just use that whole bit as a spray. But okay. Yeah, I think I can. So we should just this out, eat that out. Oh, now all that's come off. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that is just all this lot. Put that in there to one side for now. Let's clean this up so there's not too much waste. I saw somewhere where this guy actually turned oh, that hit me in the chin. Turned all this excess plastic into kind of like a putty, a filler putty, using chemicals, which is quite interesting. Oh, actually, I want to keep that on there so I know what numbers I got. Jesus, look how thin they are. God damn. I'll be real careful when chopping those out. Alright, so those are 17 and 18s. Like that. Yeah, he put some... chopped all these excess bits of plastic up. I can't remember what chemicals he was using. Probably isopropyl alcohol or something. And he let it turn into like a mush. Eventually what he ended up with was a kind of a slime. Well, a thick goop. And he could use it to fill in gaps. So instead of buying model filler, he used excess spindles. Spindle plastic. I thought that was quite cool, but hey, it's a bit too much for me to get involved in. Right, so we got 47s, so we want to put those on there too. What did I do with those? Here they are, 47s. Let's put those on our new collection tree. Right, so that's that done. All this has already been done. We've already built all that. Built all that. Built all that. Built all that. That. Built that. Built all that. Oh, we haven't got the ladders. Okay, so I think the thing is though, we've got to polish up that whole thing first, haven't we? So we got 105, 106, and 99 to do. That's a separate thing. So this is all next stages that we're doing here. So let's organize myself a little bit. Put that away, so bear with me a second. It's the next stage. Actually, why don't we just prime it now? Let's get some priming done. I don't see why not. Let's change the script a little bit here, shall we? Oh. Jogger leg is stuck. Come here, you. Very professional quality stream. Right, that's the primer. Get me gloves. Or a glove, it's fine. And a mask. Right, uno momento por favore. What I put on a mask. Then what we'll do is we'll try and spray up or prime up a whole bunch. I'm just having a look at this and it looks as though I should be able to prime them in situ without having to take them off. That should be good. Alright, let me just mute myself while I put my mask on. Alright, okay. The boss. Right. Okay. Shaky, shaky, shaky till we hear the wheel, the ball bearings spin around in there. There we go. And up. Let's have a look, see what we got here. Just checking the undersides to make sure I can see them all. Ah, there that was. Wait, what? That's Right, gonna leave that to dry. We don't want to get them too wet, and then we'll come back and have a look, see what's been coated. Fan dabby dozy. Right, we mute while I take my mask off. Right, just leave those. That's a little bit of a change from what we were just doing. So we can now move on. Now move on, Ron. Oh, hang on. Ah. Right. While we wait for that lot to dry, and we give it another coat, you just move on with the next stages. We'll have this worked out in no time. What I also do want to do is I do want to move on to doing some polishing today. I know there are some people out there who have wanted to see the polishing process. Probably left by now. Oh my god, is he just wheeling out these things? It's so boring. Sorry, it's just got to be done. Alright, so we're looking for 105. I haven't got any of those. I haven't got anything on here that I need, have I? No. Right, so I need 105. Let's move this out of the way. See what's going on there. 105. 108's over there. 108B. 104. 104. No, 105. What's for that? Freeze. 26. Ah, look, I've got the two ladders here which I need. 106 and the 99. Might as well pop those off while we're here, hadn't we? And that. There you go. Yes. Alright, okay. Right, we just need to take the tops off of these. Alright, so that's 106 and 99. Go in the little sprocket. I got some Hawkstone cider in the fridge. I'll give that for a couple of hours and then I can have a nice cool cider. I've got a glass in the freezer. And I can enjoy some cider. Right, so we're still looking for 105, aren't we? So, yeah, still looking for 105. So, I'm gonna have to remember that those are on there. Don't know when they go on there. You know what? I'm gonna take them off now. Because these go on the sides of the boat. Yeah, I think I'm going to take them off. Maybe not, because they might go inside. I might want to just trying to find things in order, really. Right, 105, you're not there. On this one, did I check this one? Oh yeah, it has 108s, 104s, but no 105. It's on this little tiny piece of shit. Booger all. That's... Right, let's get rid of that. There's nothing on there, no, and that. Go. I can lose those on the floor for now. Ah, look at that, and I found 105. Fantastic. Oh, that didn't. Chair made a squeaking noise. Cheap plastic chairs. I was watching Adam Savage's tested the other day. And he was sat there doing a piece to camera, just chatting about stuff. And just kind of paused, just momentarily. And you saw the side of his sort of his body twitch, just sort of like lift up. And there's this faint... I was like, did he just... And he just carried on as if nothing happened, you know, just chatting away. I was like, did he just... I was like, nah. Anyway, I was scrolling down through the comments because there was something else I wanted to check out. And there was a comment that gave a timestamp. And it just said, did he just fart? And I checked the timestamp and it was exactly that moment. And I'm like, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that picked up on that. It's very misleading because half the time you sat there with a mic on or whatever, and you think, it's not going to pick it up. I'll just let that one fly. But that was genuinely my squeaky chair, honestly. Right, so we're now at stage 14, so we've got 52, 51, 50. Oh, wait, hold up. We're getting through this a bit, I suppose. Or we got to go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's keep on trucking. Let's at least get a little way. Right, okay. 52, 51, and 50. Right. More 52s. I thought I saw a whole bunch of 52s. Oh, here they are. Whole bunch of them. So that's one side, and the other side taken care of. Whole bunch of 52s. How do they fit on there? Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's perfect. All I've got to do, just sort of snip these off. Yoink. 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 Come on, hold on to the piece you want. And it's free. There we go. Whole bunch of 52s, they're all in a little row. Not gonna make me hunt for hundreds of these things. Right, so 52s. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh. Come on, there's another one. This is always the tedious job. The job that, you know, it's like cleaning up the Lego afterwards. Almost. It's got to be done. You don't do it, you never find your pieces afterwards. Right, so I'm looking for 47 and 46. Oh, there they are. Okay then, that was easy. They are here, so we just there. Don't break my... I've just... Oh, look what I've gone and done. Right, well, I'm going to keep that to one side, because I've got a feeling I'm going to need that. Momentarily. So 46 and 47, they're both the same, so can I... Oh, I've cut off the... This is so thin, I don't want to break them. Right, 46 and 47. Let's mark those up. That's another one done. All right. 32. Is this just the same as this, but backwards? Okay, no. Oh, that's that whole internal affair. All right. Okay. So 32 and 33. That's the ones I pulled off. I knew I was going to need those. Right. So we'll do those next. 32 and 33. How do I want to hold these on? This way. Right, that's 32 and 33. Let's grab those. I got some small wooden sticks here. These are like incredibly useful. This one's even got some chrome paint on it. And that's that one done. Right, so I need now number 30. Well, this is going to be fun to find. Tiny little fucking round piece. 30. Alright, 30. Where are you hiding from me? To go. Okay, it's not there. It's going to be on one of these little ones that I've pulled off, isn't it? We're going to keep that to one side, I think, because this 31 is starting to wobble, so we're going to keep that to one side. There you are. There you are. Oink. Right, so that's 30. We'll mark that up. See if we can take that little knobble bit off of this. There we go. That's number 30. That can go on here too. Yoink. Squeeze it in. I do love pushing things into that foam. Got 146 now. It's a whole internal affair. 146. Right, 146. Where are you? There you are. Oh my god, that was a fucking good one, wasn't it? Straight off. Yep, take that out. Yep. Nice. Right, thank you. And we'll just chop around the outside so we got something to hold on to. So that's you. These are going to be so fiddly to put together, right? Alright, 146. Okay. Got the 30, 32 and the 33. Yeah. 31s, they are over here, aren't they? Why is there only 2 of them? They go anywhere else? It's 4 of them. Just have a look around just to see if I can find any more of them. Oh yeah, on the back. There's a couple of them on the back. I think there might be lights or something. All right, so we'll just do all of them at once. We'll just keep them on the spool here, on the spindle or whatever you want to call it. We'll just keep them all on there and do them all at once. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Need a bigger, chunkier ones. Come here, bigger chunkies. I was holding the piece I needed, and the other piece just went to orbit. 31s. Oh my god. That crocodile clip is oh, that's got purple on it. That's from my skyline, that one. Yeah, purple. Yeah. Alright, so I think we've got 35, 34, 29, 28. Can I fit any more on here? I don't really want to fit any more on here. Alright, we've got another full tree. So what we're going to go over is we're going to go over and spray this one up before we do the next one. And that way we got a continuous roll. Then we're doing it as we go. That's good. So let me take a quick toke of this. There we go. Okay, so back to the paint booth. Right, I'm going to mute myself while I put my mask on, so bear with me. Okay. So, I'll find some space for these to dry off. There we go. So this one we're going to put away for now. We'll come back to them all once we've finished. Not that one. Right. Falling off my head. Oh my. Got my glasses, a face mask, and a headset on my head. Something's moving, and I was like, "What's that?" All right, get spraying. You have to remember, I only need to spray the bits I need, not the everything else. But you know, it's going to go everywhere. Quick shifty lookies. Alright, that's that. That's good. Put these up on the shelf. Touching it once. Up next. Boom. Alright, okay. Gonna mute myself as I take my mask off. Okay, so now we need another piece of foam. That's kind of full of holes, so let's see what I've got down here. Yeah, that one will do. That one's not got many holes in. Yeah, some of these bits of blocks of foam I've had for years. I mean, I got given them by my grandma because she used to do flower arranging, and look at the state of that. It's got so many holes in it. Like, they're good for, like, if you're going to hold, like, one big piece. But to hold multiple pieces like I've done, it's just not worth it. I'm gonna throw some of those out. I think and get some. I got a whole bunch of new foam. It comes up in big blocks, and you just sort of chop it off as you need it. That's a good enough square, actually. Yeah. Oh right, so carry on regardless, as they say. Alright, so the next part I need is 35, 34. Got 146, yeah, we've done that one. We got 30, yeah, we've done that one. We got 32, 33, we got 46, 47, didn't we? Yes, we got all that. So we need 35, 34. So let's check this out. See if it's in here. 35, 34, 29, and 28. There's 34. So do they go together? They do. So we could probably glue them together. So let's just chop that out. Oh, you just came flying off, didn't you? Ah, okay. So do one. So that's 34. We need to bind 35 now. Of course, it's not next to it. They're never next to it. Never go in order. That would just be too simple, wouldn't it? I know where they do it. It's put the pieces in. Ah, that's 35. Okay. So that's 35. And then go on top. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to file this down, make sure it's going to fit. There's a file that off actually. Lodging lip on there, sort of seats it. Point on it. I'm gonna try and. Is that supposed to have? No, it's not supposed to have a point on it, so we'll get rid of that entirely. Okay, so that's that part. Right, there's me glue. It's always nice when you can like glue a piece together when you're doing this, and you find a couple of pieces that can be glued together. You're like, oh, that's so nice. It's just feels as though you're getting somewhere there. Instead of just you're doing model making at that point, because at the moment just weeding these out and putting numbers on them and putting them on sticks feels like kind of admin work. If that makes sense, but come on, hold it there for a minute, see what we got. There we go. So that kind of there. Oh, it's not straight, so let's try and straighten out before it completely dries. This goes on the prow, so make it oh, now it's hovering. Do is we just gently
too much. Ah. All right. So that's it. Oh, this is when I start getting fingers covered in glue. Alright, I think we got it. I don't want to f around with that anymore because it seems to be spot on straight. Tiniest little piece though. Okay, good. That's 35 and 34, so we'll mark that up. See if we can actually hold it that way. Then that won't tip. There, that's that bit done. 29 and 28. They don't fit together, so separate pieces. All right, 29 and 28. It's 28. I found 28. Now I know how some people do this. They would probably chop them off as they needed them and then paint them once they're in situ, but without primer. Probably would forego the whole priming process and just stick them on, paint them with a paintbrush. I mean, you can do it that way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. I just prefer to make sure they get a nice coat of prime so that when you do come to paint them, it'll take. And also, painting something while it's in situ with a paintbrush, you run a chance of spilling the paint onto what you don't want to paint. I mean, I know I'm going to have to paint the little bits, like the tops and stuff that don't, like this connection piece, once it's in situ, but that's going to be easier than painting the whole thing. I find airbrushing gives a much even coat. So it may only be a tiny little piece. You think, oh my god, he's wasting his time. You might as well just paint that in situ. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But this is just how I prefer to do it. Right, so that was 28. Now we need to find 29. I mean, I've got the tools. It's just a question of time. Right, so I want 29, so that's a kind of a... there you are. You're like a big... You're a cleat. Just big cleats. No, because like painting something like that while it's in situ is fine, but you've got to. I mean, it's just I haven't got a paintbrush here, but you've got to try and make sure you're painting it like that. You've got to make sure that you don't get it on the. And again, you've got this whole big model as well to screw around with to sort of get into, and then the paint's not gonna cover because it hasn't been primed. I mean, you could just prime the entire spigot at once, but yeah. it's more of a fiddly faff, and I prefer to like paint it, take this time doing this, paint it, and then glue it on. I don't know if you've seen, I'm not the steadiest of painters. I've got old man hands and old man eyes. Alright, 29. 29. Put that in there. Yeah. Alright, so that, I think, is that page done. So that should be this whole internal arrangement. These bars are actually orange, so they've been painted up. So that's that. This is exactly the same as the other sides. 51s. Oh, wait, did we do 51s? Did I find 51s? Found 52s, but I didn't find the 51s. Okay, so we need to find the 51s. The little taps. Pretty sure I've seen them. Did I? Yeah, there they are. I've already done them. There we go. That saves me a fucking job and a half. So that's that done. That's that side done. Right. Kind of working on the inside out, which is the best way to do it, and I don't want to like not do that. And that means I've now got to do, what time is it? Right, we're coming up 10 minutes, an hour and 48 minutes. So basically what we've done is we've done that whole internal arrangement. Barriers, we've done all those propellers. That's fine, we can carry on. Let's carry on a bit more. Oh, another dude that needs banning. So let's ban him. Look out and someone must be being paid for that. I mean, Jesus. Russians. Right. 117. Oh, that's the stand plate on the flying bridge. So we'll grab that out of there. That. Now we've got to try and just snip these down. That. Do, 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 do. Okay, that is part number 117. Start at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. We could go till 9 because I kind of want to do a little bit of polishing. I said before, kind of want to. So we're going to spend another 10 minutes just picking out a few of these. So I need 111 and 125. 111. Actually, this one might actually be the last section we'll do. On to some polishing. You know, break it up a little bit. 111 and 125. Oh, there's 111. Oh, don't come off there. I need you. Need you on there. There we go. Perfect. Just drop that off. Yeah. 11. Oh, no. Stay where you are. Alright, I won't. Do want to sand you though, so stay. No, you'd fall. I knew you would. Fuck! So. It's annoying. Just gonna have to try and. God damn it. Tweezers. Oh, I left them in. Come to me, my pinchy friends. It's gonna be a temporary hold. First time I've had to do this. Glue it back to the. Did I just? Yeah, I did. So I've like temporarily glued it back to the spool there. So what we want to do is I want to quickly just, yeah, we'll forget sanding that down for now. I'll do that later. Oh, Chrome. I check something. What Chrome that is? That's really good. Right. So 111. We'll. Oh. 111. 111. Stick up there. That'll be fine. And then when we need it, it'll just snap off. Nope. 125. It's not on. So it's not on. It's not on there. Wait, hang on. Oh god, spindle spools are stuck together. 25. Oh. Okay, well I found 125. Piece of shit there is. It's that piece. Look how small that is. Oh my god. That's 125. I believe it was, yeah. 1, 2, 5. Okay, we'll make this one the last one for today. We've done a whole bunch. And we will just start to we'll do a bit more, do something different. Something different today. 125. Fantastic. Right, let's put all this sort of back. So I'm gonna just sit on workshop here for a little bit while I just tidy myself up. I've got a whole bunch of crap here that I want to get rid of. Needs to go in the bin. that we're not going to need. It's just going to get in the way. First things first, I probably should spray that lot up. So we're going to spray that last tree up that we've just created. Oh, I want to put those in there too. So windows for the cabin, we don't want to lose those. Okay. Those there. Bit of crap back there. Pull this away. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of these anymore. That's enough of that for today. Oh, I'm walking on plastic here. Zap it. Yeah. Old man noises. How to tell if someone's over 35? Get them to get out of a chair without making any noise. Glue away. Don't need the glue. Don't need the masking tape. A whole bunch of crap to go in a bin here. Right. What I'm actually going to do is chop that up a bit. Yeah. No, you don't want to snap? Okay. Just bend you into the bin. So. This is going to need to be painted, so we'll put that off there. Don't need any more of these sanding tools. There you go. They can go in there. I'm going to need my little scissors, actually. Scalpel blade away. I like to sort of like move stuff out the way if I'm not going to use it. Moving on from one method to the next. Otherwise you end up with so many things cluttering your desk that it's confusing. It's not just confusing as to what you need. My brain gets confused as like, what am I doing? So now I need to get out the sanding paper, polishing paper actually. Oh, that's not it. Polishing paper. Go. Right on the bottom. Have I got the right grits here? 2,000, 3,000, 7,000. Not going to need 600. 400, I don't think. 5,000. That's 1,000. That one. Right. Okay, so I'm not going to need those big ones. I'm going to need to buy some more of those. So that's that. I'm going to need some water. Before we do that, let's do a quick spray of oh, I forgot to put my mask on, you idiot. Fan dabby dozy. That one can go in there for... Ah, the hell with it. Let's spray that too. Then it's done, innit? There you go. You just leave that in there, that's fine. Yeah, leave that there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I'll go and get some water. I need some water. Oh, wait a minute. Because we're going to be doing some polishing. Hey, what did I do with my... Oh, it's over here. Just using it for a wet rag for soldering. There it is. Rag. We're going to need some water, so I'm going to go get some water. Got all my Dremels, all that up there, all my polishing compounds. We're going to do the hull, just the hull at the moment. We're going to start with that. I want to go and get another drink and some water and take a bit of a bio. So what we'll do, just come over here. I'm going to play the RNLI's movie again while I take a bit of a break. You know, just to kind of let you know what they do again for those of you who have just joining me or just watching my videos on YouTube or whatnot. I'm going to play a video from the RNLI to explain who they are, what they've done for those of you who don't know. And yeah, I'll be right back after I've grabbed another cup of coffee, some water, and been for a bit of a bio. So I will see you shortly.
We can expect a restless night across the region. Gusts are forecast to reach up to 80 miles an hour throughout the night, with the potential for even higher bursts in isolated areas. Residents are urged to stay indoors and secure loose outdoor furniture.
It was probably blowing about 80, 90 miles an hour, roughly. And I said to my missus, Nina, I hope no one gets a shout tonight. And within sort of 20 minutes, my pager was going off. I've lived in England all my life. My mum's and my dad's sides are both fishing families. From my mum's side, originally from Mousehole. I was destined to be a fisherman, I suppose. With a load of mates who wanted to be fishermen as well, so that's what we did. Love Newlyn. I don't think I'll ever move out of Newlyn. Hello. You alright? I'm fine. This does the best pasties in Newlyn. And sandwiches. It's a great community. We all have a bit of fun. Yeah, it's just a great place to be. You know, I haven't heard wind like that for a long, long time. It was screaming.
Your heart sinks, you know, you just think, oh no, I don't want to go out in that. You don't want them out in that.
So on the shout that night, Marcel was duty mechanic, so he was obviously down getting the boat started up and prepared. I picked James Roberts as a navigator, and then I picked Will Trenier, who's also a fisherman. He's a helmsman. I also picked Trevelyan Worth, and I also picked Adrian. and Dan Sell.
We took one sea that actually took us over on our side, and the wave just picked us up and threw us, no exaggeration, 50 or 60 metres down with the swell.
And I said, I think the only option we got with this is to try and get a rope on them and getting them out into deeper, safer water before we try and get anyone off.
Patch is usually very easy on the throttles and stuff, and the need for extra throttle for manoeuvring in that weather, you could really tell, especially with us standing back half above the engines. So you could tell how hard he was working just to keep the boat in position.
Because we were doing about 2.5 knots, I suppose, with the yacht behind us, and the rope was quite tight. And then all of a sudden the rope goes slack and they're up to like 5 knots, so I knew straight away that the rope had parted. So yeah, my heart sank when that happened, and I think all the crews did as well, because you know, we just realised that we've got less time to try and get the rope on again before it's too late.
The reality starts to set in when you can see the lights from the shore and realise how close we are.
One of our crew members come in, checked if I was okay, and I was like, I'm feeling quite poorly, and I was slowly getting worse and worse and worse to that point where I was like, I wanted to be off this boat.
At this stage, Marcel had collapsed. He was unconscious. So the crew were dealing with him. He just went from sort of being really seasick, hanging at the door, to absolutely unconscious and unresponsive. Within a couple of minutes, the skipper of the yacht called up to say that every time she hits a wave, a big gush of water is coming into the boat, and they said they were up to their knees in water. And also, 2 or 3 of their crew were really, really poorly and frightened, and they wanted to get off the boat. But if we didn't get them out to safer waters, and the helicopter would have even called by then, it would have been too late. I didn't realise it was 2 brothers on the boat as well, and I didn't realise how young they were. When they all walked into the lifeboat station, I was quite shocked how young they were. I thought, crikey, you know, if they had been lost, it would have been horrific for the families, because they're all good friends and they all live in the same village. So imagine that would have been horrible.
14 years I've been on the crew. We had that shower. That was the worst one I'd had so far for that long amount of time.
Yeah, it wasn't the best that night.
The whole crew, I think, that night just really kind of gelled.
The job got done, but it wouldn't have been done otherwise if it weren't for Patch, definitely.
Alright, so thanks again to the RNLI for allowing me to use their videos in promoting them and such. And this is why we're doing it. We're doing it for these Guardians of the Sea. And also many of the rivers here in the UK as well. The Severn, which is a big river, which is what the Severn Class lifeboat that I'm building is named after. So yeah, they also operate in the Thames. They're all fully volunteers. They don't get paid, and the RNLI does not get any subsidies from the government or anything. It's all publicly funded. I say public donations fund them, and they design and build their own lifeboats in house. So yeah, they are obviously endorsed by the Royals, but they don't gain any cash from the government, so they're not part of the Coast Guard or anything like that. Although, as you saw, they do work with the Coast Guard. So yeah, that's why we're doing this. It was their 200th anniversary this year, back in March, and I only found out about it a few months ago, and I thought, hey, what a great way to bring back the model bench and also honor these Guardians of the Sea. So yeah, thanks for the RNLI for allowing me to use their videos to promote them. After all, you say it better than I ever will. Right, okay, moving on. So we are going to... I've had enough of wheedling out all those little bits and pieces and spraying them up. I know it's a boring job, but it's got to be done. Some people have been asking me about the polishing process. I don't know if they're watching now, but if they do go back and watch the vlog, I do want to show them a basic start to the process. So let's head over to the main model bench. Here we are. Right, so what we got here is, if I go zoom it up a little bit so we can see, this is the hull which has been sprayed, and as you can see, it's got a nice gloss coat on it already. Look at that shine. Problem is, as you can see, it's looking a bit orange peely. There are lumps and bumps, and it looks like the surface of an orange peel. Got to get rid of that. That's got to go to get a nice shine. So when we sprayed it, we made sure we put a load of wet coats on, so you can see it's fairly thick shine on there. It's a fairly thick coat, and that's intentional, so that we can have some play to sand it down. So here are my 400 grits and my 600 grits. They are waterproof, precision, ultra precision sandpaper. Gone. Don't need them. Too rough. We are going to start with, I know it hasn't got the marking on it, but this is 1000 grit. It's you can feel it, but it's not, you know, it's not going to like instantly take everything off, because you need to be gentle with it. I know you got thick coats on there, but you still need to be fairly gentle, because you only want to take off as much as you need, really. So what we're going to do is we've got some water, and I've got a little water container here, as you can see. We're going to pour water in, because this is waterproof sandpaper. We're going to pour a bit of water in there, and we're going to use the waterproof sandpaper. So I've just cut a strip, just enough to sort of fit around my finger. And as you saw us do it with the paint, we're just going to try and sand the sort of roughness out of the coat. So what's going to happen is it's going to dull it. You're going to be like, oh my god, you've just dulled that paint, that gloss coat, and that's fine. This is just a quick brush over coat, just to see, get an idea of how much we're taking out. Just got to be gentle. Apply too much pressure. The last thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the water coming off the sandpaper stays almost clear, grey clear, because it's coming off grey of the colour of the sandpaper. You don't want to see red. You see red, or whatever colour you're painting in, water, it means you've gone down through the gloss and you're now sanding the actual paint itself. Do not want to see that. In this case, I don't want to see red. Just gently want to... Now, some people I've seen on the internet said that, you know, don't do it in circles because that provides circular things, but other people have said that doing circles is good because it's more uniform. And I found isn't really that much of a difference as long as you fairly uniform with it. It's all good. So we got a grey water on there. This part you could just use a bit of roll. I know it's not Maybe just wipe it off. What you want to see? You want to start to see the grey. You want to start to see it go grey. Still got some work to do there. So dull it down and smooth it all out. You also want to be very aware that while the tip of the sandpaper is doing what you want to do it, backside of it could be grinding against something that you don't want to be grinding against, or a corner or an edge or something like that, and you could end up working your way through the gloss in a place that you don't even realize that you're sanding. You want to be kind of real careful about that. As I've said before, this is kind of a laborious process. Just kind of can't rush it. If you rush it, you'll end up with going through the paint without realizing. Don't want to use too heavy a grit either. That will take you through too quick. So now the fun bit is actually doing the polishing. But fun of the polishing is actually seeing the actual shine come through, and you can't get to that stage until you've done a good job with these stages. Not the best at it. You'll see in some orange peely. Definitely see the orange. Here is perfect. I don't want to touch that. This bit here I don't want to touch. It's just along here. Now, you don't have to make sure it's all uniformly sort of dulled. That's fine. You can just a first coat, because you have to go down. Well, think of it as a first coat. It's like a rough coat. You have to go down or up for it. I mean, you can still see it's not as orange peely as it was. Definitely dulled down. That's good. Careful of these edges along here. The gloss coat on there is going to be very thin, so we'll wear through that pretty quick. Keep checking to see how well you're doing. I'm not doing too bad here. I mean, like I say, you can still see some orange peel, but that's fine. Because this is like you have to do it with this grit first. You don't want to take too much off. You're just trying to take the top of the
peel off, as it were. It's kind of like best way to describe it, I suppose. Imagine those orange peelers kind of like peaks and troughs in a mountain range. If you zoom right in, and this grit, I know it's 1,000 grit, so it's quite smooth anyway. What you're doing is you're just trying to take the tops of them off, tops of the peaks off, because the troughs are going to be closest to the paint. You want that to be, you don't want to go down too far. And then what you do is you then get a higher grit, and you go down a bit more, take a bit more off, take a bit more off. See, we are smoothing it off. You can see that there are soft spots where there's nice and smooth, and then there's raised areas where it's not so smooth. So that's the idea of using smaller grits, so that it doesn't take them all off. You don't go all the way back to paint. What else do you want to do? The instructions always tell me to apply 3 or 4 wet coats. No, apply a couple more just for a bit more. Some parts are quite difficult to get to, so you're gonna apply pressure. That. Alright, okay, so we're starting to see that I managed to get some. I'm not going to be able to get all of this orange peel off. That's okay. It's those awkward places, it's going to be a real struggle to get to it. I mean, I haven't even done anything on this side. What? Get rid of that bit of tissue, it's wet. When I first started doing this, I was always in a rush. I was like, oh, I want to get to the polishing part. I want to use my Dremel. I want to use that polishing compound. So I kind of rushed this part of it. And sure, when I got to the, I was like, yeah, that'll do, that's fine. And then I got to the polishing part, and I got the Dremel out, and I was like, yeah, using the polishing compound. Everyone likes to make a mess. And yeah, it shined it up real nice, but it wasn't a pure shine because I could still see the orange peel through it. I've learnt this is a very important stage, to just take your time, work your way through the grits. This is the finish that, you know, this is the thing that's going to make them on, you know, the shine, the finish. I'm just going to cut the end off of this because I think I may have, yeah, I smoothed it out. I need to roughen it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to move on to another piece of sandpaper. They do dull pretty quick. You don't want to be sat there just smoothing it with essentially what is just a piece of paper. Not at this stage. Right, so we're getting there. There's not really much to say, just got, see how I've already on the edge here, I've just worn it down a little bit, worn it off. The edges don't take much paint or gloss. Like, imagine them like a point of a knife, you can't put much on there. So you can easily rub it off. Well, I'm fairly happy with that part of the boat. Oh, there's a bit down, some bits down here that are going to be all get to. Right, okay. Spin that piece around. Alright, so now we're going to go do along this flat.
Yeah, you can see it's still a little bit. Right, so that piece of sandpaper is probably done. So we're gonna. Go through so much tissue paper. You have to dry it off every so often because the water on there is misleading. Like, oh, still got a shine on it, so you keep going, and you end up being misled by the fact that the water is shiny itself, and end up taking off. You can start to feel when you're getting to the point where it's almost enough. Start to feel sandpaper has got more grip, as it were, because when you first start, it's kind of slippery across the surface. As you start to get to where you need to be, start to feel that the sandpaper gripping a bit more against the surface, and that means that you've roughed up the surface enough. Just wipe the water off and just check. Yeah, see? Well, that's nice and smooth. Be a bit too smooth. Now, as long as you've given it plenty of coats, you should be fine over the decals. It's just some of the decals that go over edges, like this one here, but that's painted now. Might want to be a bit careful, because like I say, it's thinner on the edges. Essentially what's happening when you put a decal on is you're adding a little bit of thickness with the decal onto the paint, onto the bodywork. And then when you apply the gloss coat, that edge between the decal and the paint, it becomes an edge, but the more you apply, the smoother that edge gets. Problem is, if you go too deep, take that edge off and take the decals with it. And I have done that before. So again, I say it's a laborious task. It's not a quick task, but it's one of those that's quite important you get right. Don't rush. Want a really nice coat. I have seen some amazing coats on cars on YouTube. I'm like, oh my god, you know, it's just like better than anything I can do, but it just takes patience, time, concentration. Again, just clipped that corner and just taken it off there. Like you might, I doubt you better see it, but you see a bit of darkness from the, not just the paint, but I think, yeah, I've gone through the paint. But you know, those sort of things will really be noticed too much. Just got to be very mindful as to where the back of that sandpaper is sanding. Now we've got to try and get into these little tiny bits, and that's going to be a bit of a So I could go to 2,000, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to step up to about 3. Take a 3,000 grit. Because I've taken a lot of these peaks off. Now as soon as you find out, you're like, wow, this isn't sanding at all. But it is. Oh, and I hate this song. It drives me insane. Right. Oh, is it not playing any songs now? What's going on? Go on, wake up. Oh, there we go. Let me take a quick shifty to that. Yeah, you see now you're starting to bring down those peaks even more. So it's becoming less orange peely and more smooth. That's what you want. The smoother you can get it, better the shine will be. Getting there. Could spend a bit more time on the higher grits because they don't take as much off. You can not be afraid to sort of like stick in one plot longer. Tissue paper. It's this side I was doing. Yeah, so now we're starting to really get some smoothness here. Yeah, see now. You're still seeing a few of the peaks, but we can work those out.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this can be a couple of days process. Can just spend hours just smoothing. Because you get to a point where the sandpaper isn't really taking that much off. It's just... And that's fine because you don't want to go too deep in places that's already smooth. I'm starting to see a nice smooth finish. But some of these troughs aren't going to make that much of a difference because once you polish it up, polish out some of the deeper ones you need to kind of get to. Right, so I think we're good on there. First time I started doing this, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm taking that lovely coat off that I've put on. I spent ages putting on, now I'm taking it off. It's like, you're not taking it off. You're scratching it. And scratches can be removed. Well, sort of taking it off really, aren't you? Sort of taking off parts you don't need. Oh, well, this is getting exhausting. Uh-oh, what's happened underneath the desk? Oh, a bunch of electronics have fallen out. Never mind. Alright, I'm going to go on with this for about 10 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day. It's been a few hours. Now, this part of the build, you're not going to really see much happening because you're basically just spending hours just polishing your surfaces. But when you get the Dremel out and you start to use the polishing compounds, you'll notice a huge difference if you prepared this properly. This bit up here is going to come real nice. I'm going to take another bit off the sandpaper.
start using this. Oh, I remember that. Oh, there's a. Ooh. Gotta be careful of the top of that boat there because I keep forgetting there's parts in there inside that are quite delicate, and I don't want to ruin those, so I've got to be careful where I'm holding that. Just because I've mastered it doesn't mean to say they're gone. Delicate. Yeah, I can still feel. There's not much to say about it now. It's just keep plugging away at it, keep sanding, drying it, checking it. Alright, how are we looking? Right, well, my fingers are getting sore. As you can see, there is a marked improvement with the less, I mean, it's not shiny, obviously, and that's the point. Orange peel is working its way out, and it is smooth. Smoother. Certainly feel a smooth difference. Even just by the touch. I mean, there's still stuff down here that's not quite right. But that'll all come out in the wash. The more grits I do, the more time I take, the smoother it'll get. Now, you're not going to get it perfectly smooth. That's just, I just think that's an impossibility. There's going to be certain areas that you can't get to with the sandpaper, or if you do, you'll end up, like I've done there, take a bit of paint off. So, you know, as long as the majority of it is like this, is rough as a badger's arse over here.
I might have to get some 600 and just write that in. So yeah, you'll get some imperfections, but the majority will make the shine look better, and the imperfections will kind of not be as noticeable, as long as you don't have too many. I'm pretty pleased with the way that's turned out right now. I mean, I can still feel a few orange peel effects over here, and over here. It's going to take a little bit longer. These are the awkward bits in here, like underneath the boat and everything, but the way you look at it, you're probably not even going to notice those, so not too much problem. But yeah, I think we're going to end here, actually. We're going to do some more polishing tomorrow. Oh, let's put my... Oh yeah, I've dropped all those electronics. My fingers are aching. And that's the thing with it, you have to kind of take a few breaks every so often, because you'll start to feel your fingers, especially I do, you're pressing down and rubbing so much, you'll start to feel them stiffen, and you don't want that to be happening. Just take a break every so often. There's no rush. You've got, you know, as long as you're not on a time scale, on a time frame, you can take your time. So the biggest problem for me is going to be doing the cab, because the cab's got a lot of like small raised details, and each one of those produces a little edge, and when you put on the gloss coat, it sort of doesn't adhere very well to edges until you do it over time. When I done my Mini, I put a Union Jack on the roof, so what I was doing is I sprayed the whole roof white, masked it up, and then just sprayed the red bits and sprayed the blue bits. And as I took the masking tape off and run my finger over it, you could feel that edge in the paint. Yeah, and that's what I didn't want. You could feel that edge, because I knew that if I sanded that down, that edge would disappear and not be as sharp. So when I applied the gloss coat, I applied the normal 4 to 6 layers, and then let it dry over a couple of days, and I could still feel the edge. It wasn't quite as defined, but it was like, it was smoother. You could feel the dips in the edge, and I'm like, that's still not good enough. So I gave it another 6 coats, and kept going until that whole roof had no edge feel to it at all. It was just smooth. You just run your finger over it and you couldn't feel where the edge of the paint colors changed. Then I could sand it down and polish it, and it came up real nice. So each layer of paint or decal or something has an edge to it, and you have to kind of smooth that edge out with applying layers of gloss, because if you sand over it, you're sanding over a corner and it will just take it clean out. So that's why I'm a little bit worried with the cab, because there's these raised details. Hopefully I've applied enough paint that gloss that keeps the details but allows me to still sand it. So I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah. So I can run my finger over the border between like here, this border here between blue, red, and the decal, and I can't feel any edge at all on that. It's because the gloss coat has smoothed it out entirely. It's almost like leveled it out all to the same level. You won't really feel much of an edge on a decal anyway. But there is still one there, very, 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 very fine one. So yeah, this area down here is all nice and smooth. I love touching that. Smooth as hell. Yeah, so that's going to be good. You just got to keep going until it's all smooth.
or as smooth as you can get it. You don't want to wear through the gloss. That's it, just painstaking hours of sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding. Anyway, let's... Oh dear, don't chuck the lid in the water there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day there. Another 3 hours that's been. I want to thank everyone for coming out, and hopefully I didn't put you to sleep. But tomorrow is pretty much going to be much of the same. Although I'll probably start off with some more sanding. Well, we'll probably do a bit of both again, just to sort of split it up. We'll do a bit more wheeling and a bit more priming, and then we'll go back to polishing and sanding. It's the boring part of the job. No, boring part of the job. Just sand and sand and sand. I used to just put on a TV show in the background and just listen to it as I was going. Or you could put on a podcast or some music or whatever. Streaming it's quite hard because I've got the music playing, obviously. There's nothing much else going on, and I've got to say stuff. I've got to tell you what I'm doing, and I'm not really doing that much. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. But anyway, thanks very much for coming out. Come and check me out tomorrow. We're getting close to the end now. We're getting close. It's all going to come together real fast. Once we've painted those bits up, polished it all up, it's just going to come together real fast. This is like the lull before the storm. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. So thanks again for checking me out. Let's see who is streaming right now. Am I following? Ah, wow, we got an Amu. Amu is playing. What's Amu playing? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start a raid with Amu. She's playing Hellblade. What the hell is Hellblade? Oh, she's doing the spooky Halloween stuff. So she's playing some spooky stuff for Halloween. So I'm going to take you all over there and check out Amu. Please drop her a follow if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to affiliate. And I'd really appreciate trying to help my friend out there. So yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks very much and have fun with raiding.